Okay, guys, welcome back. Sorry, I muted myself. Now I noticed that welcome back to my channel. Please and please like the video. First thing first, you need to like the video, comment, and tell us where you're watching from. Subscribe if you are new. Okay, so we are streaming on this our backup channel. If you are new here, you are welcome. So we'll be coming live here for now, and please, I want you to follow us on our channels and tell us where you're watching from. Your comment is very, very important. Very, very important to us. So I would like to know how many of us that are here at this point in time. All messages, okay. So I would like to know how many of us that are here. That this is a video that I want to write on, and this is an open platform for conversation, and the hosts are TVC News Nigeria. So in their program, someone calling, and he said that he's calling from somewhere in Lagos State. He said something that pushed me to react on it, and I'm going to play the video so that you yourself will hear that. If you're a Yoruba person, I am not here to attack you. I'm here to call it what it, the way it is, and what the person said and what he represents. These are Afonja. They have a way of twisting words, and they don't hesitate to show their hatred. Kruma is here, my brother. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Please like the video. Of course, you have done that. I can say that. So once you come in, comment so that we recognize you. So that because in this platform, I want to know how many of us that are here. I want to know how many of us that are following us here. That's why I want to see your comment so that I will see Sonny is here. These are one of us. I know you guys. Nice to have you, my brother. Nice to have you. Welcome back. Please help me click on that button so that others will get to watch this video. We are not going to spend long hour, just a couple of minutes, and we are done. Okay. So this guy he called on that program. He started by insulting Igbos. And what is the title of their program? What they're treating is they said IPOB now a combination of good and bad. Okay? The bad, the ugly. Tony Ofoyetan. Ofoyetan is a Yoruba person. That's the chief host of the program. And one other guy. I don't care where they come from. I only care about the caller who called on that program because he's the one that said something that triggered me to react on this video. And without wasting much of your time, let's go there. Listen.
Yes. Good morning.
Auxiliary, truth must be told. When this issue of agitation was launched by Nnamdi Kanu in the state, it wasn't militant initiative. Later on, he launched the military wing that was becoming troublesome to the society. We did not see the leaders in the East do anything. From my own way of seeing it, they instead encouraged it. The political elite in the East believe it will help them in their political ambitions. That if they are done in calling for a separate country, the rest of the country might be forced to allow a president to be elected from the East. Because of that, they fell quiet and the thing grew and grew and grew. To the point that they themselves, and even IPOB, set up by Nnamdi Kanu himself, will no longer control it. You can only start something. You can't control the effect. When something like that happened in Yoruba land not long ago.
Now, before he go to Yoruba land, let me react on what he just said now. That Master Kanu started IPOB demanding for separation, different country on its own. That elders from the East kept quiet because the intention and the motive of the elders is to use the agitation of Master Kanu to see themselves being a push to presidency to hold Nigeria together. That what Igbo people want, what Igbo politicians want, is to allow Master Kanu. They kept quiet. They feel okay by this thing. This our brother is doing. that the rest of Nigeria will start panicking. Okay, let us put an Igbo man there to become president, which this is a lie. And you see the criminal mindset of this Afonja. To them, Biafran agitation is all about, political ambition that they want to. Now, he is using that just to demoralize the whole thing. But he failed to understand that in the creation of Nigeria, Igbo men were like Fulani of this day. They are the one in control, supervising, and they are in the helm of the affair. Everything about Nigerian is almost in their hands. Then come the queue and everything. They change everything and the counter queue and all the rest of them, and the rest is history, which lead to the war that Igbos are still struggling, from it today. He failed to understand that Igbos are not demanding for presidency through IPOB. That's a lie. That is why no politician from Igbo land is in support of agitation. All of them. None of them is support. Like, they don't finance it. They don't have any delegate. That's why they went as far as spending their own money to create, different fraction, different wing in IPOB. And they have succeeded convincing the people that actually believe the national kind of teaching to become what they are today. I don't want to make this program to look like I am calling DOS and anybody here. I just want you to understand the motive and the criminal mindset of an average Afonja. You called on the program. The question is the condition of Southeast. He failed to address the reason why Southeast are agitating for freedom. He don't want to talk about it. Instead, he just want to condition the mind of the listeners and the people that are hosting the program to start looking at it as if this is a kind of backyard business to help Igbo politicians. If you are decent like they claim they are, why must you go as far as using that to justify your point? Now, let me go back to his program, his call, and you hear one thing that he will dish out now. Because he will start talking about his the way Oduduwa people started doing their own, which is totally different from Biafrans. And I will tell you why. Before we move forward, let me send my greetings to Erin is here. Please send the message to all platforms and thumbs up. God bless you, my sister. Please like the video if you are new and subscribe. It's very, very important.
The group came out and said they want separation from Nigeria. What did you see? The leaders in the Southwest, the Obas, the political elite, all of them said, no, you cannot do that. We will disown you.
Did you hear that? This is another thing that the Yorubas are very, very good at. Very, very clever. I'm talking about Afonja. They always use any negative things to paint their people good. Go and watch Ren or Mockery. His DNA is totally Afonja. Go and watch his post. They always use everything at all to paint their people good. No matter, even if you ask this guy now to write an essay about Bobrisky, he will tell you how heaven is jubilating to see a young woman from Southwest making waves. He don't want to talk about what the guy is committing and the people and how he's, the way youth are following that kind of lifestyle. He will not tell you the damage this person, because as long as Bobrisky is from a Yoruba land, everything he touches will be good. That is kind of people this guy is. You see, he said that, in case you are just joining us, that there was a time when people from the Southwest started calling for independence of like having their own nation. And people from the Southwest, that political elite and Oba of I don't know the state, or Oba of Lagos or something like that, or Oba of Yoruba land, I don't know which of the Oba, said that no, you can't do that. That if you do, we will disown you. That's the mentality and the idea, and he want to push now is that Yoruba people are well coordinated, that they are civil, that they are well cultured, that they don't take nonsense from their children. That in the East, that everything is just the political elite have failed. See what he said against the Igbo politicians they deserve it too. I'm not saying that they deserve it, but I just want to see reason beyond that. You understand? See reasons beyond that. He want to make it look like Yoruba land and their political elites are so good. They don't take nonsense. They are no nonsense people. But today, we still have people agitating in Yoruba land. And listen.
In a few weeks, it melted down. Those boys did not say anything again. They disappeared into the thin air. But what do you think is for people, the elders, the people who are supposed to be regarded as the leaders and the elders? Every day they go to the government, release our son. He has not done anything. And I think I'm sorry to disagree with Tony on this aspect. When he said government did wrong by not releasing him, this guy committed crime.
Okay.
He launched a radio station.
Now he's now outlining the crime of Mass Namadu. Number one crime to him is launching radio station. And this is in a democratic government, not in military regime. And he's a civil, he's educated. You know, all of them, they claim that every human being from the Southwest is educated. Listen to him. Number one crime of Mass Namadu is launching radio. And ask him, do you have that in your constitution, that nobody should launch radio station? And that radio don't have any station in Nigeria. But the waves is penetrating your waves. So why don't you sue the country, which is in Britain, where he is broadcasting from? You ignore the British government and focus on the Amazon, because you feel that you felt that you can control Amazon, that you can handle that one, not British government. Just like they're trying now to use Finland against PM. But the other focus now, they're not trying to cut ties with the Finnish government yet. But they want to cut and buy anybody that look like Master Samonepa. These are the people. Now listen.
Calling Nigeria all sort of names, launched a military wing,
calling Nigerian all sort of names. Now the question is, when did freedom of speech become something that you are going? He did not throw bomb in Nigeria. Never. He have not committed any massacre or any claim. Instead, Nigerian state is the one killing people that are following him. Now listen.
Crimes, killing people. Many people have died. Is that not a crime that the government should punish him for?
Okay. Many people have died. By who? He don't want to talk about the people that made many people to die, because when you hear many people died, people that are following Master Namadu died. We agree. Who is responsible of their death? Who is responsible for their death? Is it Master Namadu that slaughtered them, or government send people to go and kill them? You understand what I'm saying? P2B killed Mazov, Wazirike's followers. Master Namadu, Nigerian army and all the security agents have done a lot, assassinating them in numbers. And in Nigerian prison, many are still there. If you talk, they say that you are part of them. I don't know the kind of society and country that they actually want to build. Assuming that, forget about the African agitation here. Let's assume that all of us are from one ethnic group. We both Yoruba, Fulani, everybody is from, let's say all of us are Yoruba. And even Mazakan is a Yoruba. Let's just assume. Then this thing is going on the way it is now. And the government is going after Mazakan, killing people. So are you going to tell us that government, Nigerian army and security agents that are responsible of doing those things, that you're not going to call them out? Because the reason why you don't call them out, because you are seeing them as people from another group, from another ethnic group. This is the problem. And you hear him now, what he said about another crime to him or of Master Namadu. Listen.
If your son is doing something wrong, you must tell that your son.
No. Let me go back, because he mentioned military wing.
If your son is doing something wrong,
No.
You
Start
must
from
tell
here.
that your son that he has
Start from here.
killing people. Many people have died.
Okay.
Is that not a crime that the government should punish him for?
Okay.
If your son is doing something wrong, you must tell that your son that he has done wrong in love, not covering him, and then on the other hand, you are using it to try to achieve a political gain. That is wrong. And if you don't, I've always said it on this program on theory, if you don't address the cause of a problem, you will never solve it from the top.
Now, did he address the cause of the problem here? They always want to sound smart, but they don't hit the point. And speaking of using them to achieve the political gain, because of people like this, and the kind of senseless mindset of P2B, he refused to condemn any crime against Igbo people for him to become president. He refused, he distanced himself totally, both in word and in action, against Igbo people. I'm not talking about that right here. So he distanced himself in every ramification to become Nigeria president. They refused to give it to him. Now, people that refuse to give it to him, their job now is to monitor P2B if he ever go back, if he will ever go back to talk about Biafran or Igbo people. That one being the kind of the person he is still falling the victim of the nonsense, yet he keep on going back to the same things that he's supposed to vomit. Because if not, his recent activities would go on. If he's somebody that knows what he wants or he's sensible enough, he wouldn't have done that. But yeah, despite all this nonsense that P2B is doing, they are still waiting for him to do more. No matter if P2B set Anambra State ablaze today, they will tell him, you said only Anambra, why not the entire Southeast? So that you will prove to us that you are one Nigeria. There's something that's a very big insult that came out from this guy's mouth, and I'm going to allow him to say it. Listen.
The root cause is that where Nnamdi Kanu came from is people are hypocritical. I'm sorry to...
Now, this is the insult. That where Nnamdi Kanu come from, that his people are hypocritical. An Afonja telling Igbo man that Igbo people are hypocrites. I mean, even if you can call us criminals, liars, this, but you see hypocrite. If I can take it from anybody, even I can take, if a go to call me hypocrite as an Igbo man, I can enjoy it. Not from a Yoruba man. Not from a Yoruba man. I challenge any Yoruba person to prove me wrong. When the issue, if he say hypocrite, come on, you can say another thing, but not this one. Because in the entire black race, number one tribe that is hypocrite are Yorubas. Both educated, non-educated, both pastor, both reverend, both bishop. I challenge anybody on that. If you say that Igbo people are that, yes, they are land grabber, like all of them, all of you are, making it to look like that Igbos are noisy, they are so proud of themselves, they brag a lot, they have tendency of violence. Happy I see you, my sister. Nice to have you. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us in this live broadcast. I appreciate your presence. Please help me click on the live button. Thank you so much. So I can't take it from anybody from your Yoruba land. Be you who. You don't call Igbo people hypocrite. Can you imagine that? You don't know what it doesn't mean that you don't know the meaning of hypocrite. Somebody that can hide their brother and focus on another people is calling another people a hypocrite. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That's an insult. And the annoying part is that those in the studio, those of them that are hosting the program, they were nodding their head why this guy is insulting his lineage. They were nodding their head in agreement with what the guy is saying. At a point, they secretly cut him off. You understand? Because they themselves cannot defend what the guy is saying. After all, the guy did not show his face. What did they do? They claim that it's a network. I know it's not network. It is not network. It's not network issue. Now listen. Let me take it back again so that you capture that point, that place that the guy said that nonsense. Listen.
You will never solve it from the top. The root cause is that where Nnamdi Kanu came from is people are hypocritical. I'm sorry to use that word, but that's the truth. They are hypocritical about their attitude to the subject matter, and that is what has caused all this. To the extent that
this is where they cut him off, because they can't bear that part. Even their fellow brother his fellow brother in the studio, they were shocked, calling him a hypocrite after seeing how you push Tinubu to become president, after seeing how you guys, say that Igbos will not vote in Lagos, and in one Nigeria that you are clamoring for. You want one Nigeria, Igbos should not go. But when it has to do with the election, because slave trade are still in their eyes. That's why I see what is going on in Africa. Because to me, I believe that most of them that are good in selling their brother in the olden days, that symptom, okay, is still in some of them. A black person selling a fellow black person. After you show them, the children are still, people are still having that kind of mentality, though, because to them, every Igbo man is slave, as long as Nigeria is concerned. That's why no matter how your effort, they will still push you back to ground zero. So you can start again. Happy Mess said that it is senseless, doesn't make sense at all. Zero sense, my sister. How can it doesn't make any sense? And I was trying to locate the place where he said that one of the offenses that Mazakano committed is launching military wing. But let us talk about that military wing a bit. Let me see if I could locate it now. Let's talk about it. Sorry, I tried to play advert, and I have to block it first. Just a moment. I want to locate it once and for all.
The elders, the people who are supposed to be regarded as the leaders and the elders, every day they go to the government, release our son. He has not done anything. And I think...
and you don't like it, you say it.
On this aspect.
You don't like it?
When he said the government is wrong by not releasing him. This guy committed crime.
Okay.
He launched a radio station.
One.
Calling Nigeria all sort of names.
Two.
He launched a military wing.
Oh, now. Here is the part. He launched a military wing. Coming from a Yoruba man that have Ududua, what is the name of this OPC? You have OPC from time immemorial. Even during the time of military regime, Yoruba people have military wing called OPC. What is their job? And you formed Amoteku before ESN. You don't see that as a military wing, do you? You don't see it. And he said that they kill people. Please, let us be honest. In Nigeria today, between Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, this, I don't want to start calling Hausa Fulani. No, let us separate them because they are totally different. Now, between these four groups, three are majority, one is not major, but they're acting like they're major through the crooked way, the secret way. That one is sort of another. Among these groups now, who among them, who can you mention? I don't want to say that Fulani, the only Fulani, all of them are clean. Okay, you have criminal people from East, West, and Yoruba, and Igbo, and all that. But people that are killing in Nigeria today, are they from which ethnic group? Which group do they come from? Is it Yoruba that killed the most, Fulani that killed the most, or Hausa or Igbo? Because last time I checked, Fulani people. And this guy don't have any problem with that. His own is Fulani people, massacre people in Benue. Fulani people, they are radical. This is their way of life. This is their way of life. It's normal. But I hope Igbo people did not do anything. No, do they do anything? Okay, once Igbo man do something, you bring your constitution. Let us go and read it for them so that we can. And our brothers are happy, contented with that. You are seeing this kind of injustice going on. When their own is to always go on social media on national TV, start complaining about what is going on. They are pushing us to the wall. They are pushing us. They are pushing us. As long as you are seeing it, it is normal. You don't have any problem. They are pushing you to the wall. Until when you know that you need to push back? Until when? There's another caller from Igbo man. Those in those two Joybo, where you also hear him before we end this live broadcast, because I don't want to waste my time, like I said.
Crimes, killing people. Many people have died. Is that not a crime that the government should punish him for? If your son is doing something wrong, you must tell that your son that he has done wrong in love, not covering him, and then on the other hand, you are using it to try to achieve a political gain. That is wrong. And if you don't, I've always said it on this program of theory, if you don't address the cause of a problem, you will never solve it from the top.
And the cause of the problem is that the injustice in against Igbo is unbearable. You have produced how many presidents of Nigeria as in one Nigerianist? You are happy with it? Once Igbo man comes, let us send them back to where they come from. Then, if you ask them, why are you treating Igbo? They'll say, yes, Igbo man. They started it by organizing coup. Do you have a Yoruba man in that coup as a coup plotter? Yes, but they're just few. Okay, do you later organize counter coup to kill Igbo people, to massacre Igbo people? Yes, you did, but it's enough. We still want to massacre more. And every day they keep on massacring people. And as you are doing that, how many Igbos are you going to kill for you to know that Igbos are human beings like you? How many? That's the question. Because to me, I don't understand this people. I don't understand at all. Let's continue.
The root cause is that where Nnamdi Kanu came from is people are hypocritical. I'm sorry to use that word, but that's the
You should be solid to yourself, to be honest. You should be solid to yourself. Now listen to this one.
Okay. I think we did lose there. Okay, that was Tony Abab. So that was Mr. George going on there about his perspective on this whole matter. Okay. Some of it was a bit delicate in the sense, one has to be careful about what one utters on these matters. But he doesn't think that, well, you said that there is a percentage that cannot be discounted, that can be achieved. But to the main subject matter, because this is not about IPOB. No. This is not about IPOB. No. It's about insecurity in the area. And where that is coming from, there are these linkages that you don't quite understand. For instance, Ebubeagu, for example, their own version of Amateku. If you want to put it that way, everybody has to come up with their own sort of, because you pointed out that they were able to say, "Don't come out. You ye hear this. Don't come out on certain days," and people complied.
They are still their own is to talk, but to do investigation, they don't have the time. They don't want to address the reason why Amateku was formed. It wasn't not because of Fulani people. The reason why ESN was formed, the same issue, Fulani herdsmen. They are all panicking to talk about it. Instead, they want to bypass the American for mobilizing youth to stop invasion of Fulani people. They just want Fulani to invade the whole land, to take it over. And that's what will gladden their hearts. They don't want to talk about it, but they want to, let us check our constitution. Do we have any constitution that says people should mobilize and form a military wing? That's the Yoruba guy. This is Afonja. You are talking about Mazdakan, one of his crime is forming military wing. Who formed bandits? Who formed Boko Haram? Who formed ISWAP? In one country, ask this guy, are you a Nigerian? Yes, you're a Nigerian. And in Nigerian, every Nigerian can travel anywhere, right? In Nigeria, you can travel anywhere, no problem, as a Nigerian. That's as yes. Can you go to Zambia? I mean, to visit Zambia, go there and take photo shot, snap picture, do selfie, or do live program from Zambia? No. You go and take land in Zambia, it's for free. In Nigeria, they don't want to talk about it. The person that is responsible, they don't want to talk about it. How is, you see, there's sometimes that I learned something from PM and what is going on now. In this life, sometimes in your life, sometimes in life, you need to say no. When people are expecting you to say yes out of fear or weakness, stand on your ground and say no and maintain it. Your respect will start coming back to you. At initial stage, they will do more gra. But if you persist, you are not going to regret it. Yesterday, we saw a video of Asari Dogobo calling for Master Makano's release. This is somebody that have made a video in the past. You said that I told Master Makano that I'm going to smoke him out. I will smoke him out. I will do this, I will do that today. Federal government, if you cannot protect people, release Master Makano, the life of the people is far, far better than keeping Master Makano there. From Master Dogobo, one of the persons that has been promoting, shouting that mocking Master Makano, the way he talk in courtroom and all that. If you have followed him, this thing I'm saying that it's not going to be a new thing to you. I mean, you should have known, or maybe you have seen some of the clip from Master Dogobo against Master Makano in the past. All these things are there. Today he's not talking, and the question is, who made it possible? What happened that changed his mentality, the way he was sounding and talking against the whole people, the whole body, everybody, against Master Makano, talking against the whole thing. Now he's now begging for the government to release him. More people are going to follow suit. It's a matter of time. Because what makes a man is to maintain your words. I don't know what they told you. You see this Master Makano sent video that is trending. I don't know, some of you have seen that Uchechi shared, and I played that. I added it to my video that I released on our main channel about Biafran battle cry, whatever the guy says that his name. Also share the video. They're sharing it against PM simply because they want to show the whole world that Master Makano is against him. That Master Makano was referring to him. I don't know when that video, I don't know the intention of Master Makano or what they told Master Makano that made him to say those things. Whether it's for PM or not, like I said, no, I'm not going to react on it until when the time comes, because we need to hear from Master Makano properly. If he chooses to follow them and act like them or something like that, then we have something to say. But for now, let's just relax. So when you hear people, Happy may say that, please, Asari is a confused man. He's a confused man, of course, I understand, but something pushed him to say that. So imagine if everybody is China Saworu's followers and Chike doesn't followers. Imagine if there's nothing like PM or government in Exile. By now, if you say Biafra, they will laugh at you. They will mock you like never before. The insult would have been worse than the insult against the Igbos after the war. I'm being honest, because then, at least then, there was no social media for you to read nonsense that people can hide their image, their picture, their video, their identity, and say all manner of things, and you will be the one reading it. After the war, you don't have that kind of opportunity. You don't have that kind of environment where you read nonsense against your people, and you can't even reply. You can't even hold the person responsible. So, but now, everything. Yeah, if they want to come after you, they will come after you. Imagine the insult, man, that you're actually doing something. Imagine what they would have done if at all that everybody just say, okay, let us keep on maintaining this structure, IPOB structure. Let us follow them. When they go underground, you go underground. When they surface again, you surface again. When they, you know, that kind of thing. For how long are you going to do that? Now let me move to this guy that called, the second person that called. He's an Igbo man, but he's from the class of Joy Bokwe, and you know all these Ifulefu in the people that cannot reason. You don't see people that these are the kind of men that don't think about their future. They don't ask themselves in in next 5 years, where will I be? Well, this is what I'm doing now. What is it going to profit me in 1 year time, in 6 months time? They don't ask that kind of question. The Okoko are confused. Mazen Namorikan is respected due to his fight for Biafra. I am fighting for my freedom. Biafra actualization is not for Mazen Namorikan alone. He got my sister. He got that is the mentality. You see, this sister is very, very educated. Some of us don't even know her what. But she understands no matter the level, no matter where she's living now, she have everything to live. If she decides not to talk about Biafra or Nigeria, she's comfortable where she is. But she's kind of person that's able to ask herself, what of my children? What of my future? When I get old, where will I? You know, that kind of question. All those people that are give us now, let's give us our daily bread here, people. They don't ask that kind of thing. And when you talk, they say, what is your own self? You are talking about, but you are using Biafra where I come from to cash out. And your own is I should not talk. Okay.
Even though the governors were trying to persuade them, the people complied. Now, and meanwhile, there are also kidnappers, robbers. They sometimes, are exported out of the area. So it becomes difficult because there seem to be quite a number of forces in there. The straightforward criminal forces.
Let me help you.
Okay, let the Reverend Dominic come in, and then you come in. Good morning, Reverend Dominic.
Now listen to this Reverend Dominic. I don't know the kind of reverend that he is. Listen to him. He sounds like an Igbo person. Pay attention. You will hear him yapping nonsense now. Excuse me. They don't bring the YouTube advert come again. Just hold on. Let us bypass it before we listen to Dominic, the Reverend Dominic.
Good morning, Chief Jerry. Good morning, Johnny.
We're looking at the security situation in the southeast.
Yes, Jerry, it is quite interesting when you bring guests here. But to be frank, Tony, God bless you. Tony has spoken truth to power. But Chief Jerry, let me answer George and answer to Nigeria. George is not fair to us. As a man called Joy Bokwe, his house has been burned down in the east. Most of us do not go to the east because we do not support IPOB. Not because we don't support, we are different. No, we don't support the injustice they made to us. But this young man called in prison now, Nnamdi Kanu, when he goes up, most of us, I will tell you what I told him on television. We told him how to go this way. You can't fight an elephant while you're an ant. That is another thing I don't want to say here. Most of us, do not go to Southeast again. Because if you go to Southeast today and say, young men, take it easy, you become a saboteur. You are marked to be destroyed or killed. So, George is not fair. All the elders.
Now, this Reverend, not Reverend Father, this is Reverend. I believe there is maybe Reverend. People that answer Reverend are mostly Anglican priests. I don't know if he's Anglican or pastor, but it's not Reverend Father is a Catholic. Whoever the person may be, or whatever the denomination that he belongs, I don't care. The only thing I want to say here is this: most of them, this newborn Eflefus, they are quick to tell you that I don't go to Southeast anymore. I don't go to the Southeast anymore. Because I don't see his face. This is the same thing that what is the name of this Afonja in Kimbo State? Kubana chief priest. Say similar thing. I don't go, I move my business from Southeast to Lagos. But every now and then you are seeing you campaigning for Hope of in the Southeast. So Southeast is good for you to come and campaign and do promo, right? But you have already painted Southeast the danger zone. Then after a few months after he made that transition, like this one, for you to and senseless, some people can be. He failed to understand that people saying the Southeast is not habitable. They are doing it on purpose. There's a target. They want to use it for a reason. They're saying it for a reason. And people who don't do investigation or trying to know, or you don't have anybody living in Southeast, your own is to yak nonsense. Now, if Southeast is danger place to, is a dangerous zone to live, the federal government is moving IDP camp there. Meaning what? That they know that all this insecurity is a propaganda, social media, online only. People are living and going to their business peacefully. The only time we had, I'm not saying that criminality is everywhere, but single Southeast out to talk about the insecurity in Southeast and all that, they are doing it deliberately because they want to achieve something. They want to achieve something on that. Southeast, we are talking about the federal government that you guys are, you lay your trust and everything on. They are working on, they are fighting to bring people from the north to build IDP camp in the Southeast, Imo State of all places. Which, as an Igbo man, if you ask me which state is more peaceful or more, I don't want to use danger or violence, but the most peaceful, the most non-peaceful state, the most non-peaceful state in Southeast is Imo State. And that is where they want to, as you claim that Imo State is not peaceful, that it is the least in the Southeast. And when I'm talking about Southeast, I'm talking about Igbo speaking 5 states, not Igbo speaking, because we have other tribes, other Igbos in Delta and all that. So in the 5 states that the most of famous 5 states in the Southeast, the most difficult place on, let me use the word more, it is that not the least in the, if you want to list the most peaceful place to live in the Southeast, is Imo State. And even we can rank Imo State as number 1. Despite that, federal government want to build IDP camp in that place that we say that is not peaceful to live. So imagine Enugu State, imagine Ebonyi State, how peaceful that place is. Imagine Imo, imagine Abia. Do you understand? So they are saying it for a reason. And the only time we complain about insecurity is the Fulani people kidnapping. The level of kidnapping in Southeast, I'm not saying that the Igbos are not kidnapping, but in Yoruba also they do kidnap. Yoruba will not, of course they kidnap. That is national security issue, not Southeast security issue. But if they want to use Southeast to do their program, they are doing it just to know the mind of people, whether they will release Mazen Kanu or not. Mazen Kanu is in detention. Only federal government know what it takes them to keep Mazen Kanu. Even me here, I cannot tell you. I don't know what federal government, Nigerian government is passing through in keeping Mazen Kanu. Only the African government in exile know, and Nigerian government know. These two components know what they are going through in keeping Mazen Kanu. So anybody calling on program trying to, like the man said that he's not more going to Southeast. You are not going to Southeast because you yourself know that you're a Sabo. Even you said it here that they attack you Sabo because I don't know you, and this is the first time I'm listening to you. But listen, only the first line of your words. As you start, immediately you start making sense. Immediately you start talking. It did not take me 5 seconds to know that you are a Sabo. How? Your words. Because you started talking about the judge, the previous Yoruba guy that talked that he's not fair to you people. That according to him, he said, judge is not fair to us. And why judge is not fair to you, he's not fair to you because judge did not exclude you as a good Igbo man. He said that all of you are hypocrites. And you don't feel comfortable with that. But you feel comfortable to hear judge saying that some Igbos, IPOB, and Mazen Kanu and his followers they are hypocrites. That will give you joy. And that is a word and minds of an average Sabo. A baby Sabo always develop this self-centered mindset. Like I am exempted. Then they will not go out to tell the people out there, you see all these my siblings. I'm different too. They are all gossipers and criminals. Only me in our family is good. That is how. And when you are developing that kind of spirit in you, the first thing you need to show out there is this kind of mentality. Anybody that talk about your people, you attack the person, and when every ear is open to listen to how your reasons for attacking the person, you cannot say that, because even myself, this thing that you are feeling, I am feeling it also. That is sabbath for you. That is sabbath. So he and he's a reverend, no, with the Bible. Now listen, listen.
People that did not support this movement, the way they're going about it. We supported that there's injustice made against us, but you don't use injustice to fight injustice. That's our position. Number two, do they have the right? When this thing started, they declared IPOP militant group. They have not killed one fly. Tony is my witness. I'll talk to them. They have not killed one fly. We said the last administration, not this administration, the other administration, mismanaged the whole issue. How do you target people who in US you have right to say I don't want to belong to this section of that?
Forget about your teaching. You said something here that they have not killed even a fly. We agree. They have not killed a fly, but not after before the that may be after before the kingdom of man, but after kingdom of man, nah. They gonna go. And the actual video is one or two things. So that one is true, but that one is internal anyway. You said something that they have not killed a fly, and you're reverend. I'm expecting you to at least to say people that died talking about holding the Biafran flag, at least their souls, as a man of God, you should also pray for their souls. At least you need to use that as a lesson to the living. Tell them that, see what happened to these people there, and the killers are this and this and this, and why the killers did this that is because of this and that. Use it and you back it up with the Bible. No, all of them are panicking, peeing in their clothes. The reason why some of you are still talking about Igbos, this Igbo, that, is because Igbos have not turned like Fulani. If Igbo become like, most of you will now shape your ways. And that is sometimes I personally I'm not happy to see bloodshed. I don't pray that there will be killing or all this crime. I don't like it. But when you listen to some of these people, you will be tempted to pray that God should allow Fulani to invade some places. I mean, even if it is just Fulani to control them for 1 year, you understand, or 5 years, so that they will come jihad, that kind of Yemen, Afghanistan lifestyle, so that people, maybe it will reshape their brain. Because even in Iran, there are some video trending when Iranians are dancing with cake in the pan, they are carrying cake in the on train pan or something like that, sharing it and dancing with the Iranian flag and the Israeli flag. And the banner they hold, some of them, the placards, if you read it, you see, "Thank you, Israel. Thank you, Israel." These are people, they're talking out of experience. But you see somebody somewhere in Washington, D.C., telling you how Palestinians' life are in danger by Israelis. Why flying under the highly corrupt? Somebody that is not an Igbo trying to tell me what Igbos are going through, and you expect me to keep quiet. Somebody, you have not spent 1 week in Igbo land. You are somewhere in Ogbomosho, somewhere in Yoruba land, somewhere in Shagamu, somewhere in Badagry, trying to lecture a man how Igbo land is uninhabitable. You see the game, and you say that your brain is working. How? Go and live in our state. Live 1 year in Southeast and tell me your experience. By the time you open your shops, if at all you know how to run shops as a Yoruba man, and you face checkpoint in Southeast for 1 year, Then we can then talk. Not work. It's not when you bring this your traditional cap and put it one side and be representing Ududua and the other. You expect me to listen to you, trying to tell me what you're going through, we are going through in Igbo land. It's not possible. I cannot come here and start telling you how Yoruba people are suffering in your state. How? I don't live there. So he can only listen to people that live there. But they always want to claim. They always claim that they are historian. They will tell you how you started building your Igbo land. Some of them are claiming that even Igbo language, that is a Bishop Ajayi Clara, that is that brought Igbo alphabet, Abishede. Then the question is, who taught Ajayi Clara how to speak Igbo to the extent of writing Igbo? You see the history that you can only see this kind of history in Africa. Somebody in my language, and you are from Yoruba land. Not from you are not an alien. You are from Yoruba land, and you can speak my language. You claim, then you are the one who introduced my alphabet to write my language. So all this historian fake history that they're parading, and especially the Afonja are the one, they are very good at that. If you check Twitter today, many fake accounts bearing, a name that you cannot trace, untraceable name, using that to attack Igbo people. I'm not surprised, because the only way you can fall, the only place you go in Nigeria and have all manner of certificate of your choice is in Lagos State. Oluwale, they will mold it and give it to you. If you want WAEC, where you score A grade, all your grade is A, excellent, they will give it to you, look alike. You will struggle to trace it. And that is why they have refused to introduce database system in Nigeria. Why? Even if they introduce, they will still manipulate it. Because 99.9% of all these people claiming that they are the leaders and all those things, they are there because of the fake document and fake, files. Many of them. If you want to track them down, they will use money and cover everything. All your money is like blood money. This is the story, like they always teach you. Southeast is this, Southeast is that. But they always say that Igbo people are money ritual. They love money ritual. They love money so much. The social media now is not exposing the whole thing. We are now seeing who among us who actually venture into money ritual a lot. Afonja will never accept their mistakes. They always have one very big tree in their eyes, and they will use that eye. They want to remove small ant, small, just little, particles in your eyes. They want to remove it, but the tree is growing very big on their own eyes. And you want me to listen to you? Now let me allow this man to say complete what he wants to say, because we are, oh my goodness, by the minutes we are heading to 1 hour.
You don't touch the militants. But that's not kill one bird. They're not kill one fly. It's when they call the militants and they arrest this man, they came to court. One of our senators, I believe it, stood for him. And when he came back, Nigeria government went to his house to fight him, even on the day of the court. These guys did not assault. It is that war. I went there 2 years ago. If you still go to the Kano house today, it's like a civil war place. Over 20 cars were burned down. I'm not supporting him. The one I'm trying to say, there's no evil.
They always quick to say I'm not supporting him. Why? Because Kahabi education and Wayanaka. Because one thing, but bandits are on TikTok in Nigeria, streaming live with the ransom. With the ransom, and only as an Igbo man, for you to say that you support IPOB, you support your friend, or support Manamugani, is a crime. That one is a crime. But somebody that have kidnapped people and made some money, is showing that money on TikTok, recording it, and he don't wear masks, and he cannot track him down. Never. And the van They claim that he is the notorious, the baddest kidnapper ever anyone can have ever seen in the Sahara region. That nobody that Aneni is learning from this one. You cannot kidnap like Evans. But bandit, I don't know if they have tied Evan or Evan is in prison. I don't know his whereabouts, to be honest. But bandit, and when you hear bandit, you're talking about 20 years boys, 28, 27, young children. And they can't track anything. They don't want. But I dare you, as Okechuku, you are not even a kidnapper. Just claim that I make a video. Yes, today ego can go see money. Who did there? We are here. You know that kind of thing. Do it as an Igbo man. One day have fun, and one day money is here, money na water. Let's spend money. Now kidnapping business is good. Do it and post it. Again. They will say, the police, IG of police have found that hiding criminal that was responsible. Him and his gang. He's the one that lead the gang that kidnapped one Alhaji somewhere in Zamfara, and he ran down. Police will have been tracking him. He's from Anambra State. He's from Imo State. Oh, he's from Enugu State. Oh, from Ebonyi State. He have been hiding. You will be busy. No, I was only joking. Only content. I'm creating content. Before you explain yourself, you don't enter, and you don't pay huge money. That is what Nigerian is doing to our people. When you and the funny part is that Afonja always turn blind to see all this injustice. No. They always turn blind. Big Lord was arrested for being Bill Lord. Nothing more. That he did the transaction business with also person that he claimed that they report him and all that. The Kobana chief priest. All these people, they are victims of one Nigerian, but they're sorting themselves out with money as if they're living in abroad. Because in abroad, as a foreigner, you're a foreigner, you should know that anything can go. Unless especially when you are living in those countries that don't have human rights, like China, for example, or India, or South Africa. Your money will, after God, the next thing is your money. There's nothing like a explanation or decency or justice. No. You will face it squarely. That is the problem. That is why Oyendo called them Umokoko. Yes, so that's just the fact. So my people, I want you to tell me what you think about this video. This guy, let me not end the video here. Let me allow the pastor to finish what you want to say before we end.
Man that watched this class, I'm above 50 and have been part of the Igbo people that supported Nnamdi Kanu and the way he's going. Do you know he called us as pastors? He said we're stupid pastors. He don't respect the traditional rulers. He don't respect the political leaders. They won't like what I'm saying now. But just not blanket we who are intellectuals from the southeast that will support Nnamdi Kanu.
Like I said, this guy, this man is still blaming the judge, the Yoruba man that called. You understand? And not that the judge said something that is bad about that what judge said is wrong. No. His anger is, why did you include me to that? That is a flav. That is their trend. If flav don't joke with their name. And so that others will not say, oh, this guy is different. Don't hurt him, he's one of us. Okay, a flav. Do you know how we can learn what you need to do to kill more Igbo youth? He will not give you his stories. Remember, he have gone to Mazamagana house. So he said that he went there and his house looked like a war zone. He looked like a war zone. That cars, they burned and everything. He witnessed it, but he still don't want to learn from until Akanamba Warrior Faka through Nigerian system. Maybe I don't maybe Odanoya at oxygen or something like that. or Patani also survive on Ghana. No matter that this country, you see, that is why don't support anything bad. Is all this I'm saying, and I'm not against any ethnic group. I'm just trying to tell you that Nigerian cannot save, no matter how you turn against another region, another ethnic group. It is not going to change anything for you. You actually promoting that evil to postponing that evil to happen to you yourself, because eventually you are going to be a victim one day. That is it.
That is not true. What happened is that the last government with strategies, you do know that this young man called Nandi Kano has started this shenanigans in the days of Goodluck Jonathan. And Goodluck Jonathan ignored him. He went to the dustbin of no history. It was the Buhari government that made hero out of nobody. And today, here we are. Let me say this. The situation in Southeast today, even though you release this man, we don't go to normal. Because Amabas has become IPOP. Kidnappers has become IPOP. What is unknown government? I've told you this station. There's nothing like unknown government. IPOP people are our brothers. They are our sisters. They are cousins. They are in-laws. We know them. But what you call unknown men, we are criminals who took advantage of our bad situation. So please, church don't insult Igbo people. We do not support that nonsense. If we want to pull away from Nigeria, we are intellectual enough to know what to do. And we're not going out of Nigeria. We have built this nation from Sokoto to Afonja to Lagos. Igbos, we have built it. We're not going anywhere. So please, and let me say this. I beg Tinubu, who is a good activist like me, to release this man to go back to UK and let's find our peace here. But that man is irrelevant to come to Igbo land. He has no voice in Igbo land. It's not a
All right then.
Well, now the reverend is done. Why Reverend is fuming? Probably he has spent all his father. Maybe he sold his father's land in Southeast and bought a land in Lagos and built a church. Okay, and this Biafran we somehow reshape his church. And Igbo people are not good in Southeast to follow pastors anyhow. In Southeast is Orthodox church that is running. If you are a pastor in Igbo land, you gonna focus on before they get again. And once if easy today, if you prophesy to Mr. A today and tomorrow that prophet is not fulfilled, you have lost one of your customer, and that customer he will go out and tell other people what you prophesied that did not come to pass. So living your life as a pastor in Southeast is not a child play. You understand? And because Igbo people are very, very difficult to convince. Very, very difficult to convince an Igbo man is not so. You may succeed that you may think you have convinced him now. Before you know it again, now that chair that you kept for him to sit down, thinking that you have won this soul, he will leave that chair for you until he sees something that will bring him back. Then only. So, yeah, to me, I feel that this guy is fighting for his church, he don't know what he's saying. That we have built from Sokoto to, and December you have built and built and built. What did you build from Sokoto to this? That you open shop and build? Is that we build? Anyway, Igbos have invested a lot, but despite that your investment, you are still a visitor. How can you go to do you see how stupid that sounds like when they say that can you imagine that? It sounds so stupid. Like you go to somebody's house where you know that you're a visitor, and you spend all your money, you stole your property from your father's house, and you are busy building your friend the house of your friend where you are building that man's land, and building some mansion in another man's house, land. And after building that, you turn around and say, "No, I'm not. Yes, I know that I'm a visitor, but I'm not going anywhere because I have built from here to here, from there to there." The man is telling you that, despite all this you have built, but in this land, even if I buy and my children will take over, you cannot lead this family because you're a visitor. Yes, but I built 5-story building now. I'm the one that built and connect the light and put borehole. I connect everything and tie the whole places and build the road and tie the road. Yes, I agree that you have done that. But for you to become leader of this family, this house, it is not possible because it must come from my offspring. And your son will say, Papa, let us go back now. Why are we in this man's house? They don't welcome us here. But we have built a mansion. We have built. My people, thank you so much for your time. Please, if you are new on this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Don't waste time. Okay, like the video so that others will get to watch it. Support us in any way you can, and comment. I want to read comments now and after. I will still come back and see how many of you that put a new comment. The last comment here is from Chi Ifebi. Ifebi, your name is new to me. I can see your comment. He said, "Together we stand," and Oyendo called them Umokoko. Okay, I was even thinking that this comment was from Happy Me, but now I know that it's from you, my dear. Nice to have you guys, and thank you so much. And bye bye for now. God bless you all.